Hi folks, I'm PhotonEM and welcome to my 2026 in-depth guide to Oxygen Not Included, and today we are going to build a coal power area. So if you're just getting started, we're continuing our early base here that I did from the last tutorial. It's not going to be a let's play, but I do, it's just convenient. It's at the right spot to continue on with the coal, and then we're going to do, in a separate tutorial, bathrooms, bristle blossoms, and nature reserve. So first of all, I'm digging up this copper over here because if we go to look at our resources and I put in coal, we do not have very much coal. So we're going to set up coal power, but we don't have very much coal. And if you want to find where your coal is, you can go here to Materials Overlay and go to Consumable Ore. And coal is this kind of light purple. So if we scroll up, this is where our coal is. This coal over here is in another biome. This coal down here is also in another biome. We don't really want to release all that chlorine gas into our base, so we're going to wait on that one. And then here, we'll dig these. We'll dig this. And let's talk about where we want to put our power. So the coal power generates coal and lumber. You don't want it close to where you're farming because the power generation produces heat. And it also produces a lot of carbon dioxide. So if we put it up here, all that CO2 will be falling through our base. So I prefer to put it somewhere lower down and not by our farming. So I considered putting it over here. We would have the CO2 running through here, but it's okay. But I think what we're going to do is put it here. So I queued up these ladders to show us where like every 4 levels will be. As far as coal producing, I think we're going to put it here. And then we can put this, our natural park is going to be here. Nature reserve. So we can put transformers and stuff here. So if I get out my coal generator, and I'll just leave a space for, I don't know, something over there. And then I'll put another one here. And then a storage bin here for the coal. And then we'll just dig over to there. So in the long run, I'm going to want more than 2. So, okay, I'm hitting B to copy. So we'll just queue up 4. It's not letting me select the coal generator. And then B to copy. We'll just queue up 4 and have them ready. Because then that way I know where I want to put my smart battery. My battery's going to go here. So I'm digging into this swamp biome, but I'm not digging up any slime. So the slime has germs in it, but this stuff doesn't. Now be careful because slime occasionally, it used to be at least, that the germs would pass to the neighboring algae. I don't think it passes to gold or granite or sedimentary rock. Clay I'm not sure about. And in fact, I'm not even sure if it still does that, but why not just be careful? So in here we can select our storage bin and go down to consumable ore. Oh, and coal is the only one we have available, so that's not good because that means eventually as more consumable ores come along, they'll store them here. We'll have to come back because it'll automatically be checked. But there's no way to just select the coal. We don't need to fill it all the way. We'll copy that to here. Oh, we did one of our researches, which is this smart battery, which we cannot make because we don't have a rock crusher. So we'll do that next. Oh, we got it. We got our rock crusher. Oh, well, first we need automation wire. So we'll go to here, get that automation wire, and under refinement, we've got a rock crusher. And I'll grab some wire, press B to copy. So to build our coal power room, we need this smart wire here, automation wire, we need the rock crusher, we need the smart battery, and we also need these heavy watt wires if we really want to make it a more permanent thing. So that's what I'm going to get. So like I was saying, I want this as well, the heavy watt wire. And over here, we are going to crush some copper ore. We don't have a ton of copper ore. So every 10, it does 100 kilograms at a time. So 10 of these is 1 ton. We have 23 tons, so I'm doing 3 tons, which will give me what? I don't know what's wrong with me. 1.5 tons of copper and 1.5 of sand. As we're making that, it'll show when we have enough to build this, it won't be grayed out, right? So, but we could put in the automation right now. So we want these to be hooked up to our smart battery. So I'm going to just build this automation wire here. I'm not sure where the hookup is for the smart battery. I think it's here. It could be here, but there's no harm in putting the wire right here. And this smart battery, what it does is it tells these, hey, if I'm not full, turn on. And if I am full, turn off. And that way you don't waste coal and you don't produce extra heat and carbon dioxide. Okay, we have enough refined copper to put in our smart battery down here. And the reason I put the battery all the way over to the right, or just at the far end, is because they have to service these, either the storage or the generators, but they don't have to ever service this again once it's built. So we're going to put it over there. What we're going to do is we're going to connect all of these with heavy watt wire. The heavy watt wire does 20 kilowatts. Each one of these can output 600. So 600 times 4 is 2400. This wire can handle 1000. So you'd want to have this one basic wire per generator. Or we can link them all with one heavy watt wire, and then we can distribute the power however we want with transformers. So what I'm going to do is, one more thing to keep in mind. This, if I mouse over it, it says disabled by the automation grid, or you can see it here. I'm not going to connect these two wire until they have the automation wire connected to them. And the reason is that they'll turn on if you have wire connected to it, unless this wire here that's connected, it's not, the automation wire has turned these off because there's nothing sending a signal to them to say go. So that's good. That means we can go ahead and connect our heavy watt wire to those. Yep. And then we can also build the in-between. And we'll just leave that one the way it is until we get this battery built and until we get the automation wire connected to it. I know it sounds weird, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, and then here, we're going to dig out the floor here. This would be the regular place where the floor would be. We're just having something a little bit different here because of our park. And I'm also going to go ahead and dig out these buried objects, because why not? So, yeah. And then we'll put 2 transformers in. Actually, we only need 1 for now. So, what do you think? I guess we'll just put in 1 for now. That's all we need. And then see this here, heavy watt joint plate. we can put that right here as a floor tile. And this wire, sorry. If I grab my heavy watt wire and try to build it here, you can't. If I try to build it where there's a door, you cannot. If I try to build it where there's a ladder, you can. But they won't go through tiles or doors. So if we want a tile here, we have to use a joint plate. And I can connect that like that. I'm not sure if I want to connect this yet, but we can do that. And then our wire, let me just click these. Wire from this, we could go up this way. But once I put another one here, that will kind of be in the way. I think it's fine. We'll do that. And then we'll run it up like this. But we're not going to connect it until we've got everything figured out. Right? Okay, oh, and it looks like we did build the last bit of automation wire. So I just need to select some heavy watt wire, copy it, and fill that in. Once I get airflow tiles, I might fill that in. For now, it's fine to leave it open. But eventually, we want to make this into a power room, which is here somewhere. Laboratory rec room. Where is it? Oh, power plant. Oh my gosh. So you've got your power plant here, which requires a heavy-duty generator, 2 or more power buildings, and a minimum size of 12 tiles. So this here, these are heavy-duty power generators. And so this would qualify. So eventually we'll close off. We'll put a door here. Okay, let's open some doors. Eventually we'll put a door here and a floor here, and this will be a power room. But power rooms don't do you any good until you have microchip production, and we do have the ability to make those right now, but I do think they'd be a waste of materials. Power control station you can put anywhere, and you can build microchips there, and then an operator will deliver the microchips to these to make them more efficient. But the microchips take refined metal, so I'm not really sure that it's worth it. Be careful. You can run wires through your plants like this without harming them. But if you run a wire right here under your plant, it digs it up and destroys it. It has to be a natural plant. So, yeah. Oh, these are on. These are on. Oh, that's bad. They're filling up, but they're not filling the battery. So the way to turn them back off. See the battery now? This is good. The battery is sending a green signal to these because it's not full. So it's saying, hey, turn on, fill me up, produce power. But they can't fill it up because the wire isn't connected to the battery. The power wire isn't connected to the battery yet. So first of all, we're going to make this 98. So it's saying, when I'm at 98% full, turn off. And then these guys, if they're in mid-cycle, will continue to finish that cycle and then turn off. So that's why you want it a little bit lower than 100. Some people do 95. It's, it's not that tight. We have enough power that we don't have to worry about it. Now for the low threshold, it's saying, when I get down to 50%, turn on. So we're not going to let it drain the power from the system completely. And then once we have more than one kind of power generation, we can fiddle with which ones we want to come on first or second or third or whatever. In the meantime, we don't want these to be running. So we can go here to our automation overlay, take our little snipping tool and just disconnect. So for now, they'll turn off until we get all the power wires connected. So if there's no green signal coming in, these default to red, which is stop. Okay, so these guys are connected. Oh, whoops, nope. We just want to reconnect this automation wire, so just select it, press B to copy, and drag it across. And now, these don't have coal in them. So, and that's because they've been turned off. But one thing I do recommend is to put this at like something higher than 50. I meant to press copy and then just put them all at that, because otherwise it seems like they never get filled, which is what you see here because the battery is above 85. Nobody's filling them. Okay, and now I'm going to deconstruct this. I'm going to drain this battery, and then I'm going to connect all of this stuff. We can connect our transformer, I think, and it will actually fill with power. I'm not sure if the transformers leak power. It doesn't say that they do. And I have had them like sit there full of power. Oh, whoops. Nope. Did I connect this? No. So it'll just sit there full of power until we drain this battery. This is like being really cheap. You could just deconstruct the battery. And then when that's done, we can connect. And we have power. So this transformer, I forgot to explain, but it limits how much goes out by 1,000 or 1 kilowatt. So this wire can handle 1 kilowatt, and so this will not put out more than that. If you have a battery connected on the outward side, the downside, the battery could store up some power and then conceivably output more than 1,000 watts. So that's why you don't want a battery on this side of the equation. Hi folks, future editing Jennifer here, and while I was recording, realized I kind of forgot to talk about the spacing here of why I did the coal and the coal plants the way I did. And the reason is that eventually you are going to get these auto sweepers. And thanks to the tooltip, it's a little hard to see what's going on, but the auto sweeper will take the coal out of the storage bins and put them into the coal generators for us. So that's why we want, first of all, this space here to be 4 tiles high, so we have room for the auto sweeper above it. And it's why I spaced them out the way I did. You can technically reach 3 coal generators with 1 auto sweeper, as you can see here. If I go like this, it looks like I could reach 4. See, I could put 1 on the right, but the auto sweeper has to reach the part of the coal generator where they put the coal in, and I think that's the middle tile, but it's definitely not, it's not the right and the left. Like, this would have to be the right tile for this one and the left tile for this one. So I can just put that down. So it'd have to be this tile and this tile to reach 4, and it doesn't work that way. But I'm pretty sure it's the middle. Look, they're doing it. Did he just do it? Ah, I missed it. Okay. Well, so eventually what you're going to want is... Why can't I select this and copy it? Okay, I don't know. Let's put another one here. So, we can't build these just yet, and of course they need power, and I'm just going to probably run the heavy watt over to them. We can't build them yet because we don't have the skill. I think, who did we figure out? Pay? No, I think Harold is the closest. And he needs 1 more skill point to get that Mechatronics Engineering to be able to build it. Gosh, here, let's see what it says. Harold cannot learn allows conveyor rail construction, but it also allows construction of these other shipping buildings. So yeah, and then this looks a little different from where we left off because I'm recording this in the future after I realized, hey, I missed a part. But now I have 2 transformers, and it's great because that allows me to show you how you can run a regular wire like this through these heavy watt joint plates. So this wire here is just running along here. It can go right through this joint plate, and these 2 circuits do not connect to each other. This just goes right through it, just like any other tile. And of course you can run water pipes, gas pipes, conveyor rails through them as well. So yeah, that's, I'm glad I was able to show you that as well. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. We've got a great coal plant working here that's going to serve us for quite a while. This will get you started, and of course you can always make more rows of them as you need them. And if you want to see more coming up, I've got the tutorial on how I made this I've got the tutorial on how I made this nature reserve, bathrooms with plumbing, fully functioning bathrooms, a bristle blossom farm. So yeah, and also digging into this slime biome over here. So if you want to see those, go ahead and click that subscribe button, comment, like, and I will talk to you soon.